All right, are you confused about how to do interval training? Look, I posted recently one of those videos and still got lots of confusion about what is. And those little bouts were meant to test you. What I'm going to show you is actually what works. I'm going to come close to the camera. You're going to hear how breathless I am or am not afterward. Now, I have to tell you, we're outside. So when I travel, I often will make do not working out in the gym and using a treadmill, but actually just using me and body weight. And if you're able to do that in high impact, that could work for you too. Let's go. Let me show you some of the things that are and are not high intensity interval training of the true nature. Okay, so little heads up, don't do this cold. If you're going to do high impact and high intensity, even if you're doing high intensity, say in a swimming pool where there's no impact, there's still a major pull on the muscle and the muscle damage is greater. So good warm up, a little bit longer warm up of the movements that you're about to do, lower to higher impact, lower intensity to higher intensity. Now watch this.
This scissor drill goes forward and back quickly with the feet and then moves to the left and to the right. Moving the arms helps. It's a great agility drill. Quick feet as fast as you can. This is in real time, so I haven't sped it up or slowed it down. Great for fast feet, great for reaction skills. Let's see what it does to my breathlessness.
I want you to hear my breath. Now I'm able to talk to you and between breaths, but am I really breathless? Breathless would have meant I can't talk. I really have to breathe and catch it, and I'm not there. So I did about 25 seconds. Now you should fatigue, reach breathlessness between 15 and 30 seconds if it's true HIIT. So that's a great drill, by the way. Fast feet, agility, but not getting me to breathlessness. Now, if you're just beginning, you're a little bit less conditioned. You can't say, well, that won't do it. It might for you. So you have to test things, try out what will work and what won't for you. Okay, next up, a little less comfortable. Here we go.
Now this move, jump squats. So you can come down, you can touch the ground, you don't need to. So you want to watch your lower back, don't compromise. But jumping from the floor, a lot more power and explosiveness. Resisting gravity here is one of the keys. And while you're doing something that in fact may get you breathless, you're also doing great bone density work if your body tolerates this. Let's see how I'm feeling.
Okay. I got so close you could see the pores in my nose probably. But that one did it, right? So it was about 26 seconds. Still talking between breaths. So really that got me breathless. Now, something you should know is that the first time, say, I was doing intervals, my goal was I'm going to do 4 to 6 most days. So let's say 5. Doing 5 intervals. If my first one didn't really count, maybe just a more of a warm-up, this was number 1. The first one sometimes can be the hardest. It's like taking a cold car out of the garage in the wintertime. Those who can identify. It's hard work for it to get started and warmed up. Now, as I do it again, if I use that same move, and I'm going to, it may be easier, feel a little bit easier, though my heart rate still is getting high. If I get breathless, that's going to be the thing that really, really matters, okay? Okay, so I'm not recovered until I'm completely nose breathing. And so talking to you, I can't do that. But if I close my mouth, I'm recovered. And if I couldn't do that yet, I'm not quite there. So that's how you know. And it's how long does it take you? It's taken me about 2 minutes to full recovery. You can take as much as you need. Most people will say, take up to 3 minutes, but you probably won't need it. Now I'm talking, so I made it worse and longer. I extended or delayed my recovery. All right, let's do this again.
Doing the same move right here. But remember, this is now my second high intensity interval. And you can watch my body. If you can see this, my form is actually a little bit better. My body is a little bit more warmed up. Yours will be similar to this. Almost no matter what you're doing, your body will get more efficient, more effective in that second or third.
Okay, so I paced around quietly, not talking to you for about a minute. And still, I'm a little bit more out of breath. I'm not talking in complete sentences. So the work was actually easier. It did feel, it was hard, but it felt easier to bring my heart rate up because it had been up already. That's the phenomena I was talking to you about. However, recovery may actually have taken a little longer this time, and occasionally that can be an indication I'm a little more tired or just a little more dehydrated for some reason. And that could be accumulation. It's the end of the week. Maybe I didn't have a great deal of water yesterday, so that's still kind of plaguing me. So I'm going to do the same move one more time, and then I'll change the moves up. So it never has to be the same every single time. But when you identify something that this really gets my heart rate up, I like to use it because I want it to be an efficient, effective exercise. I don't want to have to use a lot of brain power thinking, oh, what am I going to do now? All right, here we go.
So again, with the jump squats, realizing this is really the third full interval, the one with full intensity. So again, form is a little bit good. You might say I don't have quite as much spring as in that second one. And there was a little pause there. Like, I don't really want to keep going. So it's getting harder, and this will happen rapidly when you're doing intervals.
I'm not being dramatic. I'm literally out of breath. And so that was tough. I had a little pause there after 10. I was like, oh, do I have to keep going? But yes, right? But then you think, okay, start to end, 15, 20 minutes. I just did a great workout, right? So like me today, I, have had to do a little work, organize the house a bit, and then I'm going to be in a car for about 7 hours. So when I get there, it'll still be light. My plan is to do a hike or a walk for about an hour before I go get something to eat and go back and get a good night's sleep. So I've got more driving tomorrow. But I just want you to think about, this is how I plan exercise so it fits into busy days. And those times, especially when I'm not able to get up and down driving, not very convenient, right? So I don't break up time. I go 3 hours, 4 hours if I can without gas, and that's my bathroom stop, and try not to do a lot in between. But you've got to plan and figure, how am I balancing that out? The sedentary time. Yeah. And I know it might be better to stop, but I like to be productive. I like to just go. And so is that perfect? Not necessarily. Maybe stopping, breaking it up might be better. And if I had a back issue or something, I might be more inclined to do that. All right, I'm going to do 2 more intervals. So I'm going to do one more with one more jump squat. Then I'm going to change the move up, and we're going to call it a wrap, hoping that you get the feeling and what this all means to you and how it has to feel. If it's true interval training, now we're really getting optimal. Use cortisol, but don't spike cortisol. So when we use it during exercise, yep, it goes up, but then it comes down afterward. So we're in much better resilience, stress response the rest of the day. Likewise with insulin. If we spike cortisol for a long period of time, we spike blood sugar, and then we have to release insulin. And insulin puts us into fat storage. We don't want that kind of a response. The shorter we keep these intervals, the better for us it will be for fat burning. Because if we're in this extended period of lots of insulin, we're in fat storage and we can't burn. We can't do both. Opposite things. Okay.
Click here if you need help starting, restarting, or resetting. This is my fourth interval, so I want you to think about what is happening here phenomena-wise. I'm getting a little bit more tired. The good ones are what we want to focus on. So when you start not reaching capacity, start getting tired earlier, you're not able to continue, that really is your sign to be done. Don't continue just because it feels hard. Do the good ones, then stop.
Not faking, it just is. But when you know it's the last time I'm going to do that, mentally, you can do it. You think, I only have 5 more repetitions. I can jump a little higher, a little harder. So realize the way we think about things also can be a disadvantage at the beginning. If we think, oh my gosh, I have to go for an hour walk. Don't think of it that way. Think, I'm just going to go for 10 minutes. If I don't feel good after that, I'm just going to let myself stop, right? So mentally, like 10 minutes, I can do that, right? Changes the frame of mind that you have. And then you are optionally going for the walk. You're choosing it as opposed to having to do it. We're going to go do a new move, and here it comes.
All right, fifth and last interval here. I'm just doing a jump lunge. So split back and forth. This actually takes a little bit more energy than a jump squat, but also leaving the ground, anti-gravity. It's a great one for getting heart rate up. Let's see what impact it has on me.
It also worked. So as you get those later ones, you may realize it's okay. Heart rate comes up pretty readily, but you have to distinguish between overall tired and are you truly getting breathless? So your goal here is getting breathless. Here's the deal, and there's a little echo here. I realize that. No microphone. Cool down is equal as important when you do high intensity. So you want to bring yourself back to homeostasis. So a little walking, 5-10 minutes. We used to use the words, and this isn't quite accurate, but flush the lactate out of our system. It's not truly what we're doing, but what we are doing is just helping ourselves cool down and get optimal recovery so we're in preparation for the next workout. You don't want to go from high intensity to a quick shower to sitting. For me, 7 or 8 hours in a car might be for you 6, 7, 8, 9 hours in an office. Those are not ideals. We want to break up that sedentary time. So this, if you did intervals today with me, does not give us a hall pass, get out of jail card for moving during the day. We need to get up, we need to move. Hope that was helpful. If you have more questions about high intensity interval training, I just made a guide labeling all the, is it sprint training? Is it high intensity interval training? Is it HIIT, high intensity repeat training? Doesn't matter what it's called if we understand the mechanism. I think not. So whatever you call it, just don't get confused about what it is you should be doing. Are we good? Let me know this was helpful.